If you're trying to make money solo in GTA Online, you probably wonder which business is actually worth buying. There are a lot of options, but not all of them give you the same value. Some make great passive income, some require a lot more work, and some are only really worth it once you've already built up other businesses. So in today's video, I'm ranking my top 5 solo businesses in GTA Online for 2026. These rankings are based on profit, startup cost, solo friendliness, and overall value. If you disagree with my list, let me know your ranking down in the comments below because I'd really love to see what you guys think. Before we jump into the list, I just want to quickly explain how I'm ranking everything. I'm looking at 5 different things: how much money the business can make, how much time it takes to run, how expensive it is to get started, how easy it is to manage as a solo player, and whether I think it's still worth buying in 2026. With that out of the way, let's get into number 5. Coming in at number 5 is the Salvage Yard. I actually like this business quite a bit because it's different from a lot of the older businesses in GTA Online. Instead of just waiting for products to fill up, you're actively completing robberies, stealing vehicles, and earning money through those missions. The robberies are fun, and since they rotate, the business doesn't feel nearly as repetitive as some of the older content. The reason I have it at number 5 is because it's much more active than the businesses higher on this list. If you're looking for something that earns money while you're off doing other things, this isn't the strongest option. That being said, if you enjoy playing missions instead of waiting for passive income, you'll probably have a great time with the Salvage Yard. Overall, I'd give it around a 7.5 out of 10. Taking the number 4 spot is the Nightclub. The Nightclub is one of the best passive businesses in GTA Online, but there's one important catch. It really shines once you've already invested in several other businesses. The warehouse technicians collect goods from your existing businesses, which means your warehouse continues filling up while you're out doing other activities. On top of that, your nightclub safe also generates money as long as you keep your popularity up. This is one of your first businesses though, you probably won't get as much value out of it right away. Once you've built up your business empire, the nightclub becomes one of the easiest ways to make extra money with very little effort. Overall, I'd give the nightclub an 8 out of 10. Coming in at number 3 is the Kosatka, which gives you the access to Cayo Perico Heist. Even after all the balance changes Rockstar has made over the years, Cayo is still one of the biggest solo payouts in the game. The reason I didn't rank it any higher is because every time you want another payout, you'll need to complete all of the setup missions again. That means you're constantly trading time for money instead of earning passive income. If you enjoy heists and don't mind doing setups, this is still one of the best ways to make a lot of money by yourself. I'd give the Kosatka an 8.5 out of 10. Coming in at number 2 is the Agency. This business has always been one of my favorites because it gives you a little bit of everything. You have security contracts, the Dr. Dre contract, passive income from the safe, and plenty of different missions to keep things interesting. Unlike some businesses that can start to feel repetitive, the Agency gives you a nice variety of ways to earn money, and it's also very beginner friendly. If I was starting a brand new account today, this would easily be one of my first businesses I'd buy. Overall, I'd give the Agency a 9.5 out of 10. Taking the number 1 spot is the Asset Lab. In my opinion, this is the best value business for solo players in GTA Online. It's relatively inexpensive to get started. The sell missions are simple because you're only delivering one vehicle, and once everything is set up, it practically runs itself. One of the biggest mistakes I see players make is never unlocking the equipment upgrade. It requires completing 10 Fooligan jobs for Dax, but it's absolutely worth the time because it significantly improves production. You should also make sure you're buying supplies instead of stealing them. That lets you spend your time making money elsewhere while the Asset Lab keeps producing in the background. Every 24 real-life hours, don't forget to call Mutt and activate the free production boost. It's quick, it's free, and it helps your stock build faster. If you own a mansion, you can also activate the business production boost whenever it's available, giving your Asset Lab another boost to production. My personal routine is simple. I buy supplies, activate my boosts, then leave the Asset Lab alone while I work on other businesses or heists. By the time I'm finished, the Asset Lab has already made solid progress without needing constant attention. That's exactly why it takes my number 1 spot. Overall, I'd give the Asset Lab a 10 out of 10. And that's my ranking of the top 5 solo businesses in GTA Online for 2026. Remember, this is just my opinion based on what I think gives solo players the best balance of profit, value, and ease of use. If your list looks different, let me know your top 5 down in the comments below because I'm curious to see what everyone else thinks. If you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you left a like, and if you're new here, consider subscribing because I post GTA Online guides, money methods, and tutorials regularly. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.